let's talk about minimalist capsule wardrobes, and especially about the things that are not really working out, the things that are promised, how life-changing these wardrobes are, but the capsule wardrobe concept, or even just having a small wardrobe, is not as perfect as it sometimes seems. This is all coming from me after having something like a minimalist capsule wardrobe for 7 years now, and I'm not gonna promote 1000 pieces wardrobes. I'm not gonna promote not thinking about what you buy and what you already have. But let's talk about these difficulties and the things that honestly I'm a little bit disappointed with. This video is sponsored by Organic Basics, but I'll talk about them a little bit later. So before we kind of dive into my points I want to make, I want to define a minimalist capsule wardrobe. So a capsule wardrobe usually, or like a minimalist capsule wardrobe, I think it's kind of a capsule wardrobe is always kind of minimalist, and a minimalist wardrobe kind of has to follow the principles of a capsule wardrobe. So I think these things can almost be used interchangeably. But a capsule wardrobe like that consists of a limited amount of pieces that work well with each other. And this makes this wardrobe easy to use, more sustainable, and less expensive, hopefully, because you don't need to constantly buy new things, because you don't really get that feeling of having nothing to wear. Additionally, I think it's often promoted as like a perfect wardrobe. You are always dressed nicely, you have no wardrobe stress anymore whatsoever, because your capsule wardrobe has your back. So why do I think that that is not always the case? Number one, because I think this idea of the capsule wardrobe, and also kind of how it's seen on Pinterest with like, this is what you need, your capsule wardrobe checklist. It makes you believe, or me at least, that a capsule wardrobe is like a finished product at some point. And when you have all of these things, then your wardrobe is perfect and you can start using it. But my problem with that is that we are living, and therefore I think we're always chasing being done. We're always chasing like having the perfect minimalist capsule wardrobe to wake up to, and we're always still trying to achieve that while never really being there. You know, I think that's like reality for many things in life. And normally it's not really a problem, but there are these concepts like Project 333, where I think you're supposed to like pick out your 33 items for the next 90 days, and then you ideally do not touch your wardrobe until these 90 days are over and you're allowed to change it again. I think this concept works for a vacation, you know? If you're going on a vacation, then you can pack your stuff and you can think about it and pick from everything you own the things that are best suited for this vacation and leave the rest at home. But for your ongoing life, I just don't think it's the most practical attempt. And number two, I just want to talk about perfection, because maybe I'm too obsessed with it. Maybe that's like an ideal, but it's something that also happens with minimalism, because minimalism, of course, promotes having less items, but better items, having less items, but more so exactly what you need. And to a certain extent, this is always possible, like with your wardrobe, with your kitchen, with all of your belongings, but it's never gonna reach absolute perfection. And so when we try to create this perfect minimalist wardrobe, and again, there are these checklists suggesting that if you have this, you have everything. I think we're gonna spend a lot of time, energy, and money on trying to reach perfection. For me, at least, this also means I'm looking for pieces that don't exist in the fashion industry. At least it seems like. In my head, I have this picture of, I need a pair of pants that has this, and this, and there's no pair of pants that I can find that kind of checks all of my boxes. And so because we're working with what we have access to, because we want to buy sustainably, because we just have a certain budget, because we can't like immediately buy everything we maybe just want right now, we're not likely gonna reach this perfect state of having everything that we need. And I think as long as we're chasing this, we're actually not really experiencing the benefits of a minimalist wardrobe, because we're never gonna feel at ease. We're never gonna feel like we have something to wear. We have everything we need, and we can like think about other stuff instead of clothes. And I think this lesson is just very, very valuable for life in general, to learn that perfection doesn't really exist. But the most perfect thing we can achieve is just to, enjoy our life and make things work and learn from our experience and going forward, I think at least. And that brings me to the third point why I think capsule wardrobes are difficult, and that is because stuff changes. And on one hand, I think one thing many women experience is fluctuating weight. I personally don't really experience that, but I know many people do. And then when your weight fluctuates, at least when it's just not fluctuating a few 100 grams, like a very minor amounts, then maybe you need to change your clothes. And if you follow like a real minimalist wardrobes approach, then you would almost need to kind of get rid of these clothes and buy new clothes, and then get rid of them again and buy new again if your like weight fluctuates back to where it was before. But no matter if you're like throwing it away or keeping it somewhere, it kind of just makes this perfect minimalist wardrobe a lot harder to achieve. And then there's other stuff that changes, and that's, for example, your taste or trends. Depending on what you follow more, kind of, this is going to be what affects you more. But when my taste changes, because I don't think I follow like immediate trends that much, this also makes me want to change the items in my wardrobe, or it makes my wardrobe grow, or it makes me unhappy with my wardrobe. And then the other thing, and that's something that I think no one really can escape, it's the clothes themselves change. Especially if we have a minimalist wardrobe, especially if we have like a capsule wardrobe and use the same items over and over again more frequently than maybe other people that have like larger numbers of clothes. These clothes at some point don't work anymore. They're gonna have holes, they're worn out, they lose their colors, they lose parts of their fabrics, and we need to replace them. And more often than not, at least in my case, I can't find the same clothes again, or I haven't found the perfect one, so I want to try out something new. But this really means that I need to change my wardrobe again if I want or not. This is also where I do want to talk about Organic Basics, the sponsor of today's video, because I recently just realized that the bralettes that I have do not make me happy. Some of them are worn out and almost like falling apart. And the other part, like that's really not making me happy about the ones that I have right now, is that they're too tight. And now I don't really know if I gained weight, if my body changed, or if my preferences have just changed, or if they just were always too tight. But I don't have enough like comfortable bralettes, and therefore Organic Basics sent me some. I have here with me two tencel pieces. This is a bralette, this is a bra. Let's start with this one. Tencel is the fabric, and the line is called Soft Touch when you buy it from Organic Basics. It is manufactured in Portugal under ethical circumstances, and this fabric tencel is a lot less like water intensive than cotton, for example, which makes it a lot more sustainable. I really like that it's so soft. It almost feels like silk, and I think it's a really good fabric for bralettes. I have this bralette in a size S. I think it gives a little bit of support, but it's not too tight, and I do have to say I do love this color a lot. The bra I have here offers a bit more support, but I do have to say it's absolutely amazingly comfortable. It's also made from the same material, and it's more so a new piece that they have in their store. I also do want to let you know that I do have a coupon code that will give you 10% off your order. It's here on the screen and also linked down below in the description, and there you can also find a link to the shop. So I can highly recommend, if you need underwear or other basic pieces, go check out Organic Basics and browse their shop a little bit to see if they have something you need. Now, with the 3 points that I made that kind of keep me from achieving this perfect minimalist wardrobe, I kind of make me maybe more stressed or make me focused more on trying to achieve a perfect wardrobe, even though that's like not what I actually want from this concept of a minimalist wardrobe. Because what do I want? I think I want to think less about clothes, and I want to feel like I have everything I need, and I want to have like a sustainable and ethical wardrobe. So what did I do? Number 4 is consequence, and that is that I gave up full control of my wardrobe. Of course, I'm still in control of, buying things and decluttering things, but I gave up kind of the thoughts that I could achieve a perfect minimalist wardrobe. I'm having a few more items. I'm realizing that it's okay to maybe not wear certain items for a few months, and I don't need to declutter them immediately if I realize that I haven't worn them in the past 3 months. And I can have items that do not go with each other, because it's okay if most things still go with most things. That is all I need. And I also know, and that's just a real, it's gonna change. If I achieve the perfect minimalist wardrobe, 3 months later, a piece is gonna break and I can't wear it anymore, and my perfect minimalist wardrobe is not perfect anymore. And if I'm 100% trying to achieve the smallest number of the perfect wardrobe, then that is definitely what's gonna happen, and it's definitely gonna rip a hole in my wardrobe, because every single piece then would be a crucial piece, right? Because otherwise it doesn't deserve to be in my wardrobe, but then if it breaks, it's a problem. So you kind of maybe get what I mean and what I'm doing. And I think I'm a lot happier with just realizing that a perfect minimalist wardrobe is not something that's going to happen, but like a good enough minimalist wardrobe, a conscious wardrobe, an intentional wardrobe is all I need. And it doesn't really matter if it's 3 more or less pieces, or if I have 3 pieces that I currently don't wear that much. And then number 5 is that it's really more important to me now, I think, that I focus on my values. And it seems to me, and I think to many other people as well, that a minimalist capsule wardrobe would really fit in well with my values of sustainability, ethical manufacturing, and minimalism. That I would have a small number of pieces that are that come to me in a very sustainable way. But I think it's not always the case. One example is that I did declutter things in the past that I would now like to wear again. It's not that it's like a huge problem, but still decluttering them, now not knowing if really anybody wore them as much as I would have worn them, and now needing to buy something new, I guess is less sustainable than if I would just have kept it, not worn it that much for a while, and now wear it more again. It's not that huge of a deal, but going forward, I know that I might achieve a wardrobe that fits my values, not by following the method of a minimalist capsule wardrobe, but what I said before, by just kind of flexibly, intentionally choosing the pieces that I want to have. And of course, if I really don't want to wear something anymore, then I can still declutter it. That all being said, I do think that minimalist capsule wardrobes are selling us a dream, are selling us something that they might not be able to achieve, that they might, the promise is not kept. That trying to achieve perfection with a capsule wardrobe can lead to more stress and less benefits than just being a bit more relaxed with it. But it also means that I still don't think you should toss the whole principle altogether. I still think that it does make a lot of sense to not have too many clothes, have a number of clothes that you can actually wear, that you have an overview over, that generally are things that you like. And if you have something that you're really not going to wear anymore, then of course you can declutter it. And if you buy something new, then make sure that it's something you really want to wear, that it's something that fits in your wardrobe, that fits your life, that fits your style. And like that, I do hope that we can all have a wardrobe that causes us less stress, makes us more happy, still follows our values, and just lives and evolves and learns with us, instead of having to be perfect at a certain date and then, inevitably changing it again and, depending on the definition, not being perfect anymore. I think now we're at the end of this video. I do want to say thank you so much for watching, and please let me know what you think about this topic. Do you follow these methods of a capsule wardrobe or a minimalist wardrobe, or what are your rules there? Or do you have a completely different vision and way of organizing your clothes? Do not forget to check out Organic Basics. It's linked down below, and I do want to link you a video right here that you can check out now. I hope to see you right there, and I do want to say thank you to everyone who's supporting me on Patreon, and also everyone who's supporting me with super thanks or with just watching this video until the end. That also really helps. Thank you so much. I hope to see you there or in my next video, and goodbye.